Bumblebee, I
Hey, what's going on, guys? It is the SMT. Thanks for tuning in to watch this edition of the SMT YouTube channel. Today, we're taking a look at a situation kind of been brewing. It's something that's not going to really catch us off guard for those of us that have been following the situation very closely, but it may be a surprise to some, and I think it's an important thing to discuss. So bringing it to attention, it looks like Deutsche Telekom is going to try to renegotiate the terms between the T-Mobile and Sprint merger agreement. The claim here is that Sprint has effectively deteriorated. What they bring to the table in terms of value has completely decreased and lessened over the last couple of years. You look at from the first time this deal was proposed to the current situation we're in today, it's very different. Sprint has, seen their shares completely plummet. At least on the Sprint side, we've noticed it. Customer losses, the market share has decreased steadily over that time. The focus here is basically on the shares. Deutsche Telekom is not going to be satisfied with the way that the deal is constructed in terms of these shares. It simply only benefits the Sprint side. So as Sprint shareholders currently stand, they would be in at 1/3 of the value of what the new T-Mobile offers. So Sprint simply bringing their debt to the table, decreased market share, having less customers, and the synergies just looking less and less attractive when taking in all these things into consideration. And they're just not enough to offer more value to the shares to kind of give the value to Sprint at such a high point. So the takeaway here is I think eventually the deal had to be renegotiated, which is why I say that I'm not surprised by this. I think T-Mobile in this case is the A side, Sprint obviously the B side. I don't think anyone's arguing there. I think the deal will get done eventually. I do think there will be a successful renegotiation. Sprint will be taking an L to a certain extent. I think the deal was initially really good for Sprint in a lot of ways. Now it'll just be less of a good deal, I guess, for Sprint. SoftBank, if you look at the parent company of Sprint, they really don't have any pull in all of this. There's nothing that they could hold Deutsche Telekom accountable to and say, oh, we'll take this deal, we got other options, because they really don't. In my opinion, I think that SoftBank is really weak in this deal. Deutsche Telekom and T-Mobile appear to kind of be a savior or a superhero in all of this, so it's more of a damage control situation for SoftBank. They should obviously be willing to renegotiate, but just try not to lose too much. I think at the end of the day, the deal does get done, in my opinion. It's safe to say this. I think there's no better situation for Sprint, both in the short and the long term. I think Deutsche Telekom is basically just deploying a little bit of playing hardball, a little bit of bully ball here. If the deal gets a little less sweet for Sprint and SoftBank, it may improve Deutsche Telekom and T-Mobile a little bit, but I still think that both sides could win out of this. So this was predicted. I definitely saw this coming. I think a lot of you did as well, based on the quarter reports that we were getting from Sprint. And of course, in terms of a time frame of when this deal needs to get done, if they're going to renegotiate and how they do this, we currently have the Tuning Act review in progress. Expect a decision from Judge Timothy Kelly here pretty soon. He'll reach a verdict and then provide clearance to the merger in all likelihood. And then we have the California Public Utilities Commission. They've got the review process. If it hasn't started already, it should be on now. And expect something, I'm hearing April. With the way this merger has gone, I wouldn't be surprised if it dragged on into July. But something tells me the California Public Utilities Commission does not want to go to court, does not want to take this any further and waste money. So I think those deals can be done in a pretty timely fashion. Anyways, if I was T-Mobile, Sprint, Deutsche Telekom, SoftBank, I would want this deal ASAP. Just go ahead and begin the integration process. Go ahead and get those synergies going and jump ahead and position yourself for 5G deployments moving forward. Get ahead of Verizon and AT&T as they await the C-band auction later on this year. So what say you guys? Let me know in the comment section below what you have to say on this topic. Again, I'm not caught off guard by it. This is very predictable. I don't think anything's jeopardized in my personal opinion, but I'd love to hear what you guys have to say on this topic. So do drop me a line down in the comment section there. Before you guys go, if you could please like and share this video, that would be awesome. Thank you so much for those considerations. And if you're new, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you never miss an upload from the SMT. Also, check out some of the links in the description box. We have the Patreon community, the SMT Wireless Report Podcast. We also have the SMT Twitter handle and the Megadon.net invite code. Support me, support yourself. The only social media that you will ever need, Megadon.net. No ads, no tracking, no algorithms. Thank you guys again for watching and hanging around for the duration of this video. I am the SMT. I hope you have a great rest of the day, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.